is the interview show. I'm Kristen Jackson. I'm here today with Fairbanks, Amelia and Erik. Hey, guys.
Hey.
So I like your name, Fairbanks. What's the history behind that name?
It's the street we live on.
I mean, come on.
We live on Fairbanks Place.
Oh, okay.
There's an interesting story, though. Well, let's see if you think it's interesting.
Okay.
We came up with that name sort of under the gun.
Mm-hmm.
The band formed before the name.
Oh, nice.
And a couple of people that heard us asked us to play a show.
Mm-hmm.
And we literally had them on the phone. And they're like, we're going to need a name. We're like,
We need to make the listing. What's the name?
Nice.
saw the street sign and said, Fairbanks. Fairbanks, you know.
Yeah.
And I guess it stuck.
It works. I like it, you know. Very cool. So how did you guys get involved with the show Above Ground?
Through a friend, a mutual friend, asked us to come audition.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they were holding auditions. And
She called the day before, actually.
Ooh.
The auditions were going to happen. And said, can you show up at 9 o'clock in the morning? Both went, yeah, all right. Yeah, we can do that.
Very nice. So, is this hard for you guys to do an acting gig as a husband and a wife? You guys kind of already have a relationship. You guys are,
that's true.
Musicians.
Were we married on the show?
Well, we guys were a couple.
We were.
Yeah.
It wasn't a far stretch at all.
No?
No.
How does your relationship as a band relate to this, like in your process of creating?
How does it relate to
the process of creating, like when you're doing your works and writing songs and yeah.
How does it relate to the show or the
No, to like the acting process and like your, the role that you guys play together?
It's fairly similar. I think the idea behind the show was to take real bands and put them in
right.
fictional situations, but having them in our situation, and it may have been the only one, we actually played ourselves with our own names.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was very much like, story-wise, it was very much like having these experiences as the people that we actually are.
Right.
We're in a band and we're in a relationship, and then we played somebody who's in a relationship and in a band. So
Right. I know. That was pretty tough. You guys had some really tough choices in there. Did you feel stretched as people, like your integrity? Did you feel stretched when you were playing these roles?
I wouldn't say stretched. It felt real. It felt like it could be real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And a very actual, moral dilemma that would be possible to do.
Yeah.
A testament to the concept, to the writing, to how good the writing was. It was pretty easy to slip into.
Yeah.
Luckily, they were pretty open to input regarding that situation. Does it, a common question asked throughout the process by Erik and Pam, I think, was, does it feel real? If not, can we help to make it feel real? Down to the words we chose.
With the lines and things, some of it, we would, during like the rehearsal part of it, saying the lines, and Erik would realize that we looked uncomfortable saying it.
Right.
And say, okay, so this is what I want you to say. How would you say it? And
so it makes the process feel more organic.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was a very cool process to be a part of.
So with working with Erik, was it like that? Was it that type of relationship with the rest of the crew as well?
In so much as ease?
Yeah, ease and
absolutely.
Support.
Yeah.
Being first time actors, I guess.
Well, yeah, you guys are actors.
I think everybody was pitching in to make it cool and fun and easy. And I think also it was the first episode.
Right.
So everybody was kind of feeling it out.
The guinea pigs.
Yeah. And,
it was a growing process for everybody in that first episode, I think, which was really nice to be a part of.
although, we were the only,
we were the like, real
everyone,
amateurs.
Everyone else knew what they were doing. It wasn't the first time for anybody, I don't think.
Right.
Other than us.
Oh, but I don't know. I feel like the flow, it was very natural. Just in my opinion. So
having seen the final product, you mean?
No, the trailer.
Got it.
From what I've seen. So if you guys had to change anything about the music industry's current state, what would you guys change about it right now?
That's a loaded question.
I would have.
Ooh.
I would have them pay me a lot more.
Oh.
I would have them pay him a lot more too.
And yourself?
Me, of course.
My money's her money. Yeah. I suppose that's partially true, but the music industry, I think, right now is sort of taking an interesting turn in the way that old concepts are kind of falling apart.
Yeah.
And it's enabled a lot of artists to take their careers into their own hands, which can be a bummer for some people who want to do the rock star thing and just play music and not have anything to do with anything else.
Right, the mega stardom.
Exactly. That's probably, that whole concept probably doesn't exist anymore. But it's great for people who want to kind of create the type of career they want to be in.
Right.
You can
have full control.
You can complete control of everything you do. You just have to wake up in the morning and
figure out how to do all the things that you have to do now.
Well, it makes you more well-rounded, it seems, and more multifaceted. Like, you have to run like a business. You're the machine instead of like a huge production behind you.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but definitely. Pardon me. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's like it's important to build a team around you still, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You can't do everything on your own, but having more control is great. So it's a weird question how the industry should change, because it is changing so much all the time that I'm more kind of excited just to see where it goes, I guess.
So what do you think that means for just indie artists in general? Like, what are your expectations? What are your hopes?
I think what it means for artists in general is that the larger percentage of them are indie artists now.
Yeah.
Almost everyone is an indie artist now, because
wow.
you have to do it that way. I think a smaller percentage are hooked up into large record companies, stuff of that sort. But
I think as far as that goes with our hopes, being an indie artist or whatever that actually means is we want to write and play music and hopefully have a lot of people hear it and relate to it, and hopefully there's some money involved in being able to make a living as a musician. But.
Right. Do you think there needs to be a format, a show, like a real show that takes place sort of like above ground for indie artists, for like as a platform to broadcast on a larger basis? Do you think that's something that would be beneficial?
Absolutely. I can't see how it would hurt.
Well, yeah.
I think all the help that that industry of the arts can get, whether it's music or film or anything, is great. I think it's a unique show. It's a good idea. I like that it involves real musicians and real music, in fictional situations, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
If you guys could describe in one word AboveGround, what it means, what your experience was, what would it be?
One word each?
Yes. Yes. Just one.
You first.
Oh, me first.
Hot seat.
One word. My experience with it is very inspiring. Is being able to do the acting for the first time and be a part of something like this that seemed so positive in supporting musicians and Erik's dream of his show and seeing it come to light.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your turn, Erik.
How I would describe the experience.
Only one word.
Just one.
But then you can say a bunch of words after.
Right. I can
I qualified my word.
Worthwhile.
Mm.
I think for something to be worthwhile is really important. It might sound kind of flip or weird, but so few things are worthwhile.
Mm.
I think as a person or as an artist, your time is pretty important.
Absolutely.
You got to be pretty curatorial with where you spend it and what you do with it. And this whole thing that we did and the fact that we got to be a part of it was totally worthwhile.
Wow. Oh, that's a great answer. I really like it. Wow. So I heard through the grapevine you guys are working on a new album, right?
It's true. Our first one.
We are.
So tell me more about this. I'm excited to hear. You guys are so synchronized.
7 songs? 8 songs?
Yeah. I think it's 8. Right?
I think it's 8.
We one of the songs is the song that's on the show, Back Porch. We decided to use a local studio, Station House Studios. Mark Rains, another great artist, indie kind of word of mouth guy, does great stuff. We picked him to record 8 of our tunes, and
Nice.
We're pretty happy about it. Local studio, local guy, and it's basically a snapshot of the first year of Fairbanks, the
Nice.
tunes that we've written, and the experience we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Coming soon.
Is there a concert coming up soon?
There are
Yay.
concerts. Depending on what time people see this, there's one coming up on the 17th of this month.
Oh, wow. That's soon.
It's very soon. It's next week. We'll see you all there. But I encourage you and everyone else to check our Facebook page and look for future concerts.
Nice. Where else are you online, like SoundCloud or any other
SoundCloud and
places?
Bandcamp.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just Fairbanks?
Just Fairbanks.
Just Fairbanks.
Yeah, or Fairbanks Music, something of that sort. Terrible plug.
It kind of was, but that's okay.
You'll find it if you look really hard.
Well, thanks, Amelia and Erik. I had a great time with you guys today.
Thank you.